Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Trying to see if Yiddle here is going to eat bagel. Hello. Yeah, what's up? So, this was a pretty badass episode. I've got admission to do. So, for some reason, freaking Disney Plus isn't working for me today. I don't know what's going on. Um, I just got a black screen, a straight up black screen, nothing. Try to log in, I went to the other computer. It's like just my house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really upset. There was nobody to call, anything. So F 'em, I pirated the episode. What do you got to say? It's not illegal in Canada. You got something to say? Legit, dude. I have the Disney streaming service, and for some reason it won't come up. You know what? I wonder if it'll come up now. I'm gonna check to see if it's gonna come up right now. All right. We'll see if see what's up. Nope, completely black screen. Completely black screen. I don't know what to tell you. They screwed me, so they have to pay for it now. Anyway, so pirated the stupid episode. And it sucks I had to wait so long to watch this thing, man. But it was definitely worth it. So Mandalorian goes to a Mon-Cal kind of planet. Totally awesome, dude, because the Quarren there plus the Mon Calamari. So just like their home planet, I love that. Plus the two frog people and the babies that are happening. So like the husband was there. I guess I misheard in the previous episode. I thought that guy was dead. What do I know? Anyway, so this is one of those moments where I have to be honest. I didn't watch every single episode of the Clone Wars. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't. So, like, I know Sabine Wren, and I know a bunch of the other guys, and I know about the legacy of the dark saber, and it's interesting that they're looking for the dark saber too. And it's interesting that Din Djarin is actually a member of the Watch. So, oh, the religious zealots, mind you, don't get too hung up on that because that's just what they call the Watch. You know, zealots or otherwise, got to stick with the old way because that is the way. You see the pure honor and whatnot of Din Djarin, the idea of, if you if you make your word, you don't break your word. Remember in the previous episode, he was just held to that. You know what I'm saying? He was just held to the idea. Wrong. You said you're going to do this. It doesn't matter what, you gave your word, and he did. So it's funny. One of the few parts I didn't like about the previous episode, where I just kind of like, I didn't like it, but I'll let it go. Turns out it was actually so incredibly important to this episode because these guys just straight faced, they just break their word. And when I say straight faced, you can actually see their faces because they're willing to take off their helmets. Now, Bo-Katan is, first off, that was a really good facsimile of her face and whatnot from the animated show, from the Clone Wars TV show. So I really dug on that. I imagine that this actress is a better actress than what I saw. It's funny. You don't always get the best acting in this show. You really just don't. A lot of what they were doing was just, such and such and such and such. And this is a TV show, not an actual big time movie. It's like, stop doing that. Please act a little bit better. Do better acting. Be better. That being said, what a great fake out. Because there were a bunch of people, myself included, I got to admit, who thought maybe Sasha Banks from the WWE is going to wind up being, what's her name, Sabine Wren. Because, she changed her hair from that pink stuff to the blue, and, well, that's Sabine Wren. So I was slightly disappointed that no, she didn't wind up actually being her, but being one of the Mandalorians, that's pretty cool. That freaking squid thing on the side of her face when she was eating, it's just like spaghetti slurps it up. Look at that's like a man looking at another man while you're eating a banana. It's like, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. What are you doing? We don't do stuff like that. Oh man. But no, this was cool. It didn't give her too many talking lines. Just had her, hey, helmetless face and whatnot. That was cool. The guy who's a throwaway, he's probably a red shirt Mandalorian. He gonna die at some point. Remember what remember what the show does? It finds a way to flip everything on its heels on the very face of it. So while he got screwed over in a deal, expect that later on by the seventh, maybe eighth episode, that's when all of a sudden he's going to turn around and flip the deal because he always winds up going around and gathering all the people who he's found before. I don't know if he's going to be bringing those frogs back. This was our second take at the frogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. They're on the unemployment line at this point. They need to go out there and freaking do whatever they got to do. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Lewis? But in the meantime, I like the idea that there's these four, so he can always call on them again. And on top of that, he's going to wind up flipping it on them. They're going to, sign up for some kind of a deal, and he's going to turn around and switch the deal. And they'll be like, you're changing the terms of the deal. And he's going to be like, this is the way. This is your way. You know what? I'm actually really happy. Like, I got a little bit nervous inside that when it says you're altering the terms of the deal, I thought that Bo-Katan was going to say, pray that I don't alter it further. don't do the freaking Cloud City thing. Don't do the Bespin Darth Vader thing, please. But I liked this. This was good. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And actually, think about this, man. Here are cartoon characters. The first appearance of these characters were not in a comic book. They weren't on some big screen movie. They were on a TV show. And all of a sudden, they're real life people playing them now. I mean, there's almost a little bit of that nostalgic feeling, like freaking Endgame and all the Avengers movies, where it's like people are actually playing. But we've seen people play superhero movies before and roles before, right? What's up, BJ? So this was, I don't know, man. It's just great seeing these cartoon characters come to life. I feel like we don't see that often enough. It's like back in the Fist of the North Star. It's like, oh, the movie, and they're going to make the movie right here, and all of a sudden, or the Flintstones movie. So we got Ahsoka Tano's name now. It's like, oh, you got to go to what they say, Cameroon, whatever. You got to go someplace to go and meet with Rosario Dawson. I'm looking forward to it. I'm here for it. Next episode, we're going to be halfway through. Hopefully, these butt faces fix my Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for my Fire Stick to come in so that I can start doing all this stuff on my regular TV because I'm tired of watching on my computer anyway. I need to move. I need to roam. And this is where the full disclosure part comes in. Guys, like I said, I haven't watched every single episode of Clone Wars. So some of these characters, like Bo-Katan, for instance, I'm not overly familiar with her. I know that I've seen her in the cartoon before. I was able to recognize her immediately as soon as she took off the helmet. I'm like, oh, tell me they didn't. But like, I barely remember anything about her. There are people who watch the show a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So my reviews will be my reviews. In this particular case, there are going to be plenty of other people with a lot more information about that particular aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because they probably fawned over the Clone Wars, and it's all good. It's all good. For me, it's just way too many episodes to go back to. But I might. Dave Filoni's in charge of this. He was in charge of that. I might be forced to at some point, get that legacy, that lore. Maybe watch it with my kids. You know what I'm saying? My 7-year-old at least. Anyway, absolutely love this. Sad I had to wait for so long. Disney better fix themselves better, or I'm going to come back next episode with a pirate hat. I own one, so don't think I won't. I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.